Brian, can you hear me? Brian, can you hear me? Awesome. Lair will be here in a moment.
Hi, good to see you. I'm sorry.
No,
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Okay.
I have one more chemo to go. So
Okay. Yeah, you look really good.
thank you. Well,
Yeah.
that's what Miami will do for you.
Yeah, especially like
I got back last night. I'm like, what? WT?
and it says it's like 50.
I know, but you know what? I looked at the weather today. The warmest part of the day is going to be at midnight. It's going to get warmer all night long into tomorrow, so you have something to look forward to
That's good.
tomorrow.
Then I
Yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah. How are you feeling, Mel? Jen. Hi. How are you? I know. That's why I wore white. I had to.
Very healthy.
Thanks.
Oh yeah.
This is like I'm out of view here. Well, they moved it back. It used to be on that beam, and they moved it back a little. Not sure why. I don't know. Awesome. Good time? Worth it? Exactly. But I definitely don't recover like I used to. Please. You remember college, stay out all night and go to work in the morning? Yeah. What's my stance?
Going with the old guy. That's what Jeff's doing. Maybe you gotta stay up all night and go to work the next day, just for the hell of it.
I know. Okay. Brian says it's working.
Cool.
So,
Did I tell you that? Jesse told me Morgan Freeman was on one of the shows, and they asked. Jesse said he's real cool.
Yeah.
Right? Like real cool. Everything he's doing. And shit. So they asked him like, how do you keep it going? Like, how do you keep going? And he says, well, Clint Eastwood told me years ago, don't let the old guy in. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm running with that. Don't let the old guy in, right? Just as soon as you let him in, he's in. And he's staying. Hey, how are you? Hey. Is there anything you want to do today?
upper traps, please.
Upper traps? Okay.
Second, neck and shoulders.
Now you know what I listen to. I don't know why it's so loud, but it's... I feel like listening to this with y'all is maybe a little more yogic, right? Unless you want to get down to some face-to-face or something like that. I mean, we always can. I mean, you know. I'm going this way. All right, so some upper traps and just some shoulder stuff, things like that. Neck, yeah, it'll go with it. Where? Your whole body is like, let's do something, right? You're like, every muscle in my entire body is like, let's do something. All right. Okay. So upper traps. You want to think, so this is one of their jobs, right? But it's not an isolated movement. It has to really happen down here, right? So there's this breath of like, see my shoulders start to come up in line with the base of my neck as compared to me just going, what is that? Hear that weird sound? Did it? Maybe the volume's up. So I tend, like one of my cues that I say with y'all is like breathe like a cylinder, right? So think like, right? You breathe top to bottom, front to back, side to side, right? So everything's here. And that way it all happens with the breath instead of me just going, what do you think's easier? Right? And then they get stressed. And then they start to get icky. So we'll play with them a little bit. Just be careful, because I know in my own practice, when you do this and you start to like pull the hands down, you want to make sure that you're coming from neutral. If you're already down here and then you start cranking and reaching down, you might strain this a little bit. So make sure, just like we do when we do any of those, we fill up first with breath, right? Then as we take our shoulders back and then as we start to reach down, we're in a way better place, right? And then we'll get a good stretch through the muscles. When we don't engage muscles, we just yank on the attachments, right? And we want to stretch through the fibers. So we want to get a little engagement through a muscle. And that's what we're doing when we breathe into them, right? We're kind of getting this up and then we can stretch it down. You ready? Take a nice seat, close the eyes. Oh, Trina's back. We missed her. All right, so take a couple breaths. Sit up nice and tall. Lean back and feel your sit bones root. I believe everybody was seated. Yeah, if you're on your knees, you're going to feel like the top of your shin and the top of your foot rooting to the floor. If you're seated, cross-leg position, you're going to feel your sit bones and the outsides of the feet. When you lean back and the sit bones root, feel the energy run up the spine. You're going to feel like you're sitting up nice and tall, and you're going to feel like it's a lot of work. Running up your spine, right between your shoulder blades, that part of your back, your thoracic spine, that's where you feel there's a lot of lift happening. Think of where the rounding wants to happen. You're working the exact opposite, right in that spot. You're lifting. We're looking here for neutral thoracic extension as compared to extension or like a back bend. We're not trying to go that far. We're just looking for Tadasana, like mountain pose. Now let the head and the throat slide back. That's a challenge too. Bring the chin down just a little bit towards the chest. We're not trying to touch our chin to our chest, but we don't want our chin to be up in the air either. Now feel how much work that is. That's a ton of work. Now take another inhale and think the cylinder. Big inhale, the ribs expand in all directions. Exhale, the belly draws in and you hold that space. And then you do another inhale. You feel yourself starting to peel apart a little more. The exhale is going to hold the space. Keep going. Use the breath to organically expand, right? To peel yourself apart. You should feel like your ribs are open now. We're broad and open in the chest and the upper back. We're tall in the side body, so from hips to armpit. From listening to yourself breathe, to slowing down the beginning of the inhale and pushing more on the end of the exhale, to counting out the breath, right? 2 or 3 seconds to inhale, 2 or 3 seconds to exhale. All the way to Ujjayi breath, where the air starts rebounding off the back of the throat. We hold the breath tight to us. As the breath turns to movement, the next inhale, the arms lift. And the exhale brings the thumbs to touch, and the pinkies, the pointer fingers, and the ring fingers, and the middle fingers. And one time together to initiate our practice. Together the sound of Om, all together. Deep breath in. Om. Beautiful. As we softly bow our head to our heart. Our head to each other's hearts. Inhale, lift the head, open the eyes, release the hands. Take your right hand out to the side. Turn that palm forward. Left hand goes up and over like you're palming a basketball, right? Breathe up into your hand and then gently take that little side bend in the neck. We're using the hand to kind of hold our head and to reach up into. We're not using it to crank our neck over to the side. We're using for the support. Now, keep the palm turning to the sky. You'll go into supination. The shoulder will go back. One more breath. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. We're going to do it again. Right hand out to the side. Palm forward. Left hand up and over. Breathe up into your palm. Side bend a little bit. Now, if you look down like you had a shirt pocket, you're going to get up to those upper traps. If you look up, SCM, sternocleidomastoid, this muscle right here, you'll start to feel this one stretch as you look up. This is the one that hangs on when your head does this all day. Right here. So it might feel good to open. Might feel good to do all of them. One more breath. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Inhale, the arms up overhead. Now, the wider your arms are, the freer, the more accessible. The closer they are, the more challenging. Maybe even start to look up, like where the ceiling and the wall meet. Maybe start to look up towards the sky a little bit. One more breath. And then exhale the hands in front. Swap the legs. Left hand creeps out. Keep the right sit bone rooted though. Then right hand comes up and over. Breathe up into the palm and the little side bend towards the brick wall. And supination, right? So I keep turning that palm up towards the sky and I feel the shoulder settling back. Real gentle. One more breath. And then inhale, come up. Exhale, release. We'll go again. Take the hand out to the side. This time with the option. Palm forward, right hand up and over. Breathe up into the palm. Little side bend in the neck. And then we look down like if we had a shirt pocket, or we look up, or we do all of them. Whatever feels good. One more breath. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release. Inhale, the arms up. Pull the shutters closed. Shutters want to blow open, close them. Keep them there. That's the top of the abdominal wall. Now maybe start to look up, maybe curl back that little bit. Yep. And then inhale, come up. Exhale, hands in front. Spin around all fours, hands and knees. Hands are 1 inch or 2 in front of your shoulders. Knees are 1 inch or 2 behind your hips. Toes are curled. Start to charge that upper body by hugging the hands into the midline. Pull the energy up the arms. Squeeze those biceps. Make sure there's a little micro bend in your elbows. Right? We don't want to go into hyperextension. There should be a little bit of a bend in them. The muscle that turns off when your elbows hyperextend, right here, your bicep. So when you micro bend, squeeze your bicep. Curl the toes, sweep the inner heels out. Hug the shins in. Pull your heels to your butt. So you're isometrically engaging muscles through the legs and up into the hips. Pull your belly buttons to your spine. Look how solid Trina's lumbar spine is. What wants to happen? Belly wants to fall to the floor, right? That's not it. Pull the belly. This is it. Just like there'd be too much, right? If sit bones went to heels, there could be not enough. Feel where that neutral space is. Slide the back of the neck to the ceiling. Bring the chin to the chest a little bit so your gaze is right across your fingertips. And now breathe, low mountain. Hug every muscle to bone. We're stabilizing ourselves. And then when you're ready, cat-cow. Inhale, arch the back, lift the sit bones, reach through the crown of the head. Exhale, round the back. Look to your belly. Lengthen your sit bones towards your heels. Your inhale, arch, and your exhale, round. Stay with the breath, right? 2 or 3 seconds to inhale. It takes 2 or 3 seconds to arch your back, or 2 or 3 seconds to exhale. It's going to take 2 or 3 seconds to round your back, or whatever the length of your breath is. Now, to get into the neck, to get into the thoracic spine, the inhale is where you plug the heads of the arm bones in and you look up a little bit. The exhale is going to be where you look deep to your belly. Now, the lumbar spine, right, inhale is going to be sit bones are going to lift up, right? So you're going to engage these low spinal erectors. But then exhale, you're going to lengthen the sit bones to the backs of the knees, and you're going to get this big opener right here. One more. And then come to a neutral position, so we'll meet back in that low mountain, all fours, hands, and knees. Fire it up. What do I always say? If I come up to Trina and I try to move her right now, she goes nowhere. Solid, right? Hugging muscle to bone. This isn't like a hangout pose, right? Waiting for the next thing. This is it. This is a pose. Now hold this space and step back to plank. So now we start to move away a little bit. This makes it a little more challenging. You want to have your shoulders stacked up on top of your wrist crease. And you want to be reaching out of your heels. So you're in dorsiflexion. That means your toes are closer to your shins. A high heel would be plantar flexion. That's exactly the opposite. Straight up and down isn't enough. We need to go into dorsiflexion. So if you're not sure, you look at Trina's feet. Here is dorsiflexion. Here is neutral. We never go plantar flexion. Yeah, we're not doing that. It's back or up. Up is when we go chaturanga. Now lift your hips, push back, downward dog. Now, first thing for your neck, do not let your head hang. It's going to try to because that's the path of least resistance. Your muscles don't give a shit about alignment, right? They only care about how little do they have to do. They get to do nothing all day, right? When you stare at that phone or you're forced to work at the desk. Here we want to activate the muscles in the back of the neck. So slide the back of your neck forward to where the ceiling and the wall meet at the front of the room. Kind of like you're looking towards the heels of your hands. That'll start to activate the muscles in the back of the neck. It's going to connect to your thoracic spine, which we're about to work right now. Now keep the arms lifting up. So forearms lift up, inner biceps lift up. The back of the neck slides forward. But now you push the hands down and forwards for the chest to go back to the toenails. In the legs, you pull your heels to your butt. Get those hamstrings to engage. Now pedal the heels. Take the right heel down on the exhale. Inhale it up. Take the left one down to your side too. Inhale it up. Stay with your breath. Back to side one and just kind of move back and forth a little bit. But stay with your breath. Let it take the 2 or 3 seconds. When you balance both sides out, come to neutral. Next inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Take 3 nice breaths. Now here, right, shoulders got to go back, but then they got to go down away from the ears. And that's where you get this release from taking scapular depression. Scapula's down. After the 3 breaths, back to chaturanga or lower your chest. Push up through plank. Back to downward dog. Pull the pelvic floor up. Pull your belly in. Pull your shutters closed. Keep that. Keep pushing the hands down and forward. Keep the chest working back to the toenails. Next inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Take 3 nice breaths. Shoulders back. See, we don't want to be here. We don't want to be concave here. We want to be concave back here. And then after the 3 breaths, back to chaturanga or lower your chest. Push up through plank. Back to downward dog. That's it. Find that pace. Look forward, bend your knees, step or jump between your hands, swing your arms up, take a big reach. Exhale, arms by the side. Inhale, take them up. From your feet, exhale by the side. Pull the energy up the legs. Through your core, pull the energy through the upper trunk. Even here in my arms, I'm hugging in, right? Even though my arms are like moving, I'm still this, you can see my muscles isometrically engaging, so without movement. Yeah, lots of fire here, lots of muscle energy. One more. And then exhale your hands to your thighs. Heel of the hand right here at the crease of the hip. Sit back. So you bend the knees. And then you just persuade a little space here. So you push down. Your quads come up and attach here at the hip bone. So we're just kind of persuading a little space here. Yeah, like push your arms down into your thighs. Let the weight of your upper trunk push down into your thighs. One more breath. Push down, rise up, take the arms up overhead. Bring that right hand behind your back, left hand to your elbow. Now we want to be forward a little bit. We don't want to be hips forward. We want to hinge at the hip crease. Then we can start to stand up nice and tall through our upper back instead of this. What do you think is easier? This, because that's the path of least resistance, right? That's anterior pelvic tilt. That's one of our misalignments of life. This is the other one, right? It's this shit. I'm being a little dramatic, but not that dramatic, right? You see that all the time. Release, inhale the arms up, swap. See, now I go this way, I lean forward a little bit. Now I use that feedback as I push my head into my forearm to work my upper back. Remember, these are the muscles that are deficient. That's why this shit is so hard all day. This wants to happen to us, just culturally. Not because like we're like saying, let your back go. It's just where we live. So we got to do a little extra work here. Exhale, release. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step the right leg back, lunge. So high on your fingertips of your blocks. Make sure your hips width apart. We don't want to be too narrow. Some poses are balance beam, but not this one. This is just neutral hips. The front toes, right, facing forward, stack the knee up on top of the ankle and have the knee track that second toe, the one next to your big toe. Back heel, it's going to try to fall in on you like this. This is one of our misalignments, external rotation. So you're going to sweep the inner heel out so the heel points straight up to the sky. It's going to feel like it brings the right hip forward. Now hold all that power in your hips. Now lengthen your spine like you're reaching forward out of the crown of your head. Yep. One more breath. Now push from your back foot to your front heel as you step forward. Swing the arms up. Take a big reach. Remember, wider's freer, narrower is more challenging. It's just where you want to be. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step the left leg back, lunge. So reach out of the heel, extend out of the hip. Now you got to work the legs independently, right? Because this left side is lifting up strong, the top of the thigh. But what's the right one doing? Softening down, right? The exact opposite. So you got to play with the two. The more you work this right leg, the easier this left one gets, right? Because it's going to bring the hips more balanced here. Now reach back out of your heel, reach forward out of your knee, reach forward out of the crown of the head, even breathe and expand side to side. One more breath. Push from your back foot to your front heel, step forward, swing the arms up, big reach. Maybe curl back that little bit. Inhale, come up, exhale, hands behind your back. So before you pull your shoulders back, fill those ribs up with breath. Then take the shoulders back. Now, if you take your hands away from your back, feel this run up your arms. If you reach down towards your ankles, you're going to start to feel this clear up here from the neck, through these upper traps up in here. But remember, don't overstress, because y'all are strong and you can over pull, right? You got to find where the sweet spot is. Exhale, release, swing the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step or jump back, downward dog. Move through your vinyasa 3 times. So just start to flow a little bit. Stay with your breath. Think of how long your breath is right now. It's probably 2 or 3 seconds. Think about what a 1 second breath would be like. That's kind of fast, right? We're not exercising in that realm. So we kind of try to keep control of the breath, control of the pace of our practice. And I tell you all the time, right? One of the hardest things I think in the practice is truly working with your breath. Because we are like move it people, right? We get shit in. But the yoga getting it in is slowing it down. We'll meet back in downward dog after your 3. We'll all be pretty close to the same time as we move through these different things. Reach the right leg straight back. Step it through lunge. So hug that knee to the chest. Now fire that lunge up. So start pushing down and hugging in. And then inhale, come up, Virabhadrasana 1 crescent. When you come up, remember the 2 or 3 second thing. Keep pushing down, keep hugging in. Bend into that lead knee so it stacks the ankle. Sweep the back heel out, feel the left hip draw forward. Pull from your pelvic floor. Belly, shudders, heart, throat, chakras, gaze. You're looking up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Reach through the crown of the head. Yep, 1 more breath. Exhale the hands down. Keep the left hand down, draw the right elbow back. Maybe reach up into the twist. Now, don't let that left hip drop on you. So soften the right one down. Soften this one down. Bend this. No, bend this. Bend this. Yeah. When you soften it down, go more. That. When you soften the right thigh to the floor, it's going to help lift the left one up, right? Because now they're in balance more. Now reach back out of your heel. Now reach forward out of the crown of your head. Now start to open the chest. Beautiful. 1 more breath. Inhale, come back to center. Place the hand. Awesome, y'all. Step back, downward dog. Move through 1 vinyasa. Your breath. Now, did your heart rate come up maybe a little bit? Yeah, probably a little bit. So your vinyasa probably got a little bit quicker, but still, we're not at the 1 second breath yet, right? But yeah, when we hold those poses, heart rate probably comes up a touch. Reach the left leg straight back. Step it through. Lunge. Take your time. Find that lunge. Build the power up. Then when you're ready, like you're holding 20-pound weights, inhale, come up. Yeah, because that keeps this from happening, right? If we move too fast. And this is a lot to hold these shutters closed. And then you work that front leg, come into the lead knee. Then you sweep that back heel. You feel the hips getting super powerful. So you reach up, arms like you're squeezing the beach ball. Yeah. Then maybe curl back into that pose a little bit. Yes. Now settle, 1 more breath. And then exhale the hands down. Right hand stays down, left elbow draws back. Take the twist. Then play between legs. Sometimes you have to unwind the twist a little bit, right? And when you unwind the twist, then you'll be able to set yourself up a little more and then work it a little bit deeper. Keep reaching back out of your heel. So hug this in so it stays tracked up over here. Like hug this in this way. Yeah. 1 more breath. And then inhale, come back to center. Place the hands, step back, downward dog. Move through 1 vinyasa. Nice, y'all. Beautiful poses. Keep pushing your hands down and forward. Get the weight to go back, like your chest towards your toenails. But be careful. Don't go too much, right? As y'all have flexibility and mobility, it's easy to collapse into the upper back. You shouldn't feel your shoulder blades move into your spine here. You should feel your upper back broad and open. If you feel them going to your spine, you're going too far. Look forward, bend your knees, step or jump between your hands, swing your arms up, take a nice big reach. Curl back that little bit. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands in front. Take the right arm in front. Plug the shoulder in. See how short my arm is? Like a robot or like T-Rex, right? As compared to, that's my rotator cuff hanging on for dear life. This is how long my arm really is. Now, take your arm across the body, but hold it into the socket. Let the left hand come up to meet it. What wants to happen? That, right? Of course it does. Plug in. And we come across here. And you should feel this little stretch right. This is your medial delt, your middle shoulder. You feel a little stretch right here. When you reach up in the cabinet and you do this, that's your rotator cuff hanging on. Your arm is really this long, right? That's where I have to reach. Exhale, release, swap. That's why, like, it's close to 80%. It's like 78% or something like that of adults have tear in their rotator cuff. It's just natural. It just happens from us having to live overhead. And if you work overhead, that's a for sure. But that's just the life we live, right? We got to figure out ways to get through that shit. And therapeutics isn't always everybody's favorite, right? That's why I don't tell y'all I do therapeutics. I call them sneaky therapeutics. I don't tell you I'm doing that shit. I just put it in there, right? Release. Swing the arms up. Maybe curl back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold. Those of you that don't know, corrective exercise is my specialty, right? That's what I do downstairs in Soma. So I'm always working, right? Working with people who have either had injuries or need some kind of focus on a good alignment in their movements, right? How to properly pattern muscles, those type of things. So that's why I ask y'all to do things like reach out of your heel when you step back, or, you know, work those shutters when you twist. Because those are the muscles that want to let go on us, right? And then they create these misalignments, and then if we reinforce them through exercise, and your vinyasa is your exercise, then they start to think that's the way it should be, right? You're trying to create muscle memory in a good place. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. You want your body to get used to saying, you know what? If he does this wrong, I'm going to make him do it again, right? And then I'd have to reset my feet or my hands to a point where I start to feel the muscle memory. So what's going to be more efficient? What's the path of least resistance? The alignment, right? And that's what you try to start reaching for. Inhale, look forward, charge the legs, lengthen the spine, and then exhale, fold into the pose. Sit back as the knees bend, swing the arms up, big reach. Right hand grabs that left wrist. Take that side bend towards the brick wall. Root from the heel down, but peel from the hip up. Just lat a little bit here, right? This big muscle here. Inhale, come up, swap. Next inhale reaches up towards the sky through your upper trunk, not by disengaging your arm bone, right? And then take that little side bend. Now, whatever angle you're on, next inhale. Breathe up, and the exhale is going to go a little bit deeper. Whatever angle you're on, the inhale is going to breathe up, and the exhale is going to go a little bit deeper. Yeah. Different in the arm, right? Without disengaging that shoulder, it feels different. Inhale, come up, release the hands, fold. Inhale, look forward. Plug those arms in now. Short little T-Rex arms. Notice how in forward fold we disengage to get our hands to the ground, right? Don't let that happen. It's not a fair trade-off. So use your block, right? And then let the length, the depth of the pose happen coming up the back of your legs, so calves and hamstrings. Coming up those spinal erectors, the muscles that run up your spine. So as you inhale, look forward, drag your fingers back towards your toes a little bit. It's going to feel like it pulls your spine out of your waist. And now fold into the pose a little deeper. Yeah, that's how we want to work our way down. Nice, y'all. Sit back as the knees bend, swing the arms up, big reach. Sit back, Utkatasana, chair pose. So take your butts back. Yep. Sit bones are gently reaching towards the mat as compared to up to the sky or our heels. Sit back deeper. Charge those legs up. Have your knees tracking those second toes. Pull the belly in. Sit back deeper. Do it all again. Charge those legs. Pull it through the upper trunk. Sit back deeper. Push down, rise up. Awesome. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Stay with your breath. I'm always going to stay ahead of you. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step or jump back. Downward dog. Move through your vinyasa 3 times. So think of the challenge here, is to work through the vinyasa, is to play in all those transitions. That's where you want to hold on to. Stay with your breath. All right, exhale, lower your knees, take a little break. Child's pose, Vajrasana. Grab a drink, wipe your face, whatever feels good. All right, let's meet all fours, hands and knees. While we're here, turn those hands out. We'll get that stretch coming up the forearm into the bicep. Take that shoulder back a little bit. Pull the bellies in. Yeah, that belly wants to fall to the floor, right? Of course it does. Mine does too. Got to pull belly to spine. Got to pull those shutters closed. Those shutters always trying to blow open. Lock that in. Now as you push down, you're going to feel the stretch come up the arms. You might feel it in the chest a little bit. It's not a big chest opener, but it is external rotation in the arm. One more breath. Inhale, unwind, sit back on your heels, give a little spin of your wrists here. Your pec does come up and attach here, so you can feel that engage a little bit on your arm, but a little bit. All right, let's do one more. Inhale, come up, exhale, hands down. Turn the hands out. If you want to stay here, stay here. If you want to walk your hands together so your pinkies touch and step back to plank, go for it. If you want to hit Mayurasana, feel free. The arm balance, feel free. Nice, yo. Awesome. When you're ready, lower down, we'll meet all fours. And then when you're ready, step back to plank. When you're ready, downward dog. Don't let your head hang. See how easy that thing wants to hang? I know it. Keep working the back of the neck. Reach the right leg straight back, step it through, lunge. Spin the back heel, come up Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. This is a balance beam pose. So that means our front heel is in line with our back arch, like if we drew a line down the mat. Now you're trying to get that front thigh parallel with the floor, the best that you can, right? So think about that in your distance. Front toes are facing straight ahead. Think of 12, 3, 6, and 9. Your back toes are just past 9. Stay tall here through the side bodies. Yeah. Reach through the backhand a little bit. Bend into that lead knee so it stacks right on top of the ankle. There it is. There's not a lot of chill in this pose, right? Bring your gaze right over your middle finger and just settle. Exhale the elbow to the thigh. Sweep the bicep along the cheek. Utthita Parsva, extended side angle. Don't let that left thigh pop forward. It's going to try to. Like you're sticking your butt back on the left side towards the brick wall. That's going to take the thigh back with it. Start opening the inside of the right thigh, right? By sit bone to heel or sweep your heel towards this wall and the knee will widen towards the bricks. Maybe the hand down to the block or the floor. Maybe we rotate open as we take the top of the ribs back and the bottom of the ribs forward. One more breath. Inhale, come up, Warrior 2. Take a breath. Spin the hands down to the floor. Stay with your breath. Spin the back heel up, downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. Reach the left leg straight back. Step it through, lunge. Spin the back heel. Warrior 2, side 2. Balance, beam it up. Back toes would be right before 3 o'clock. Power in the legs. Push down and hug in. Tall through the upper trunk. Yep. Reaching through the backhand just a little bit because we tend to lean forward here, so we just reach back a little bit. Pull the belly in, roll the pelvic floor up, then the belly in the shutters, and then gaze right over the middle finger. One more breath. When you're ready, exhale the elbow to the thigh, sweep the bicep up along the cheek. Palm is down, Bicep, if you're looking up in your arm, you're looking right into your bicep. Now, when you connect to the shutters again, that's when you're going to be able to take the top of the ribs back and the bottom of the ribs forward. If the hand's going to go down to the block or the floor, feel free. Wherever you want to extend the pose to. Now, settle. Just breathe. Shit's getting real right about now, right? Those muscles are starting to shake a little bit. Yeah, that's time under tension. That's how we get stronger. One more. Then push down in that front heel. Inhale, come up tall. Nice, y'all. Take the breath. Then spin the hands down to the floor. Spin the back heel up. Downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. Awesome. That's a lot of work. But that's how we build, right? It's how we get stronger, and then that's how we get more pliable and mobile, right? All that comes together. Exhale, lower your knees. Hero's pose. So hero's pose is toenails flat. You're going to sit back between your heels. You can bisect the calf out as you sit down. So that means you're going to take, there's two heads to your calf muscle. There's an inside and an outside, a medial and a lateral. You're going to take your thumbs and you're going to push in the middle of those two. And you're going to push the outside one away. Now you're going to sit back. If your calf feels like it's just one, you got to work on that. Now the space between our knees will all be different, but everybody's outsides of our shins will be parallel with the sides of the mat. So is this parallel with the outside of the mat? Mm-mm. Is this? Mm-mm. So for me, I got to get right about here. Unsickle your feet, turn them out, and you'll feel like your butt can go down a little bit more. Your feet want to sickle in like this, so you spin them back out a little. Now, no problem. If your butt doesn't touch the floor, you're going to take the blanket or the block underneath you, right? So you got a little bit of support. Sit up tall. Yep. Take your right hand behind you, left hand to the outside of your thigh. Sit up tall, twist towards the brick wall. Take the head and the throat back. Yeah, keep those shutters closed. Inhale, come back to center. Just pause. Left hand goes behind, right hand to the outside of the thigh. Sit up tall, twist to the wall with the window and the door. Any issues with your neck, injuries, we keep our head in line with our chest on our twists. If you want to peek over the shoulder, though, you certainly can. And then inhale, come back to center. Next inhale, come up, all fours, hands and knees. And then just reach the one leg back, open up the knee and the hip. Pull your bellies in. Lower it down, swap side two. Lower down. Bring your knees to the center of the mat. Then take your right leg over your left. Take your feet apart, so to the edges of your mat, and sit back between your heels. Yep. You're going to reach down to your left sit bone. You're going to grab that. You're going to pull it back and out to the side. Then you can do the same thing with the right side. Back and out. And you're going to feel that right sit bone got a little closer to the floor. We want that. Now sit up nice and tall. Now if we fold forward, right, we could be in longhorn. We could work the back of the hips here. What wants to happen with the chin in a fold? What has to happen? Throat back, chest first. If you want to fold, go there. If you want to go Gomukhasana with the arms, we've warmed that up. You're going to take your left arm in front and you're going to plug it in. And you're going to reach back so your hand's like between your shoulder blades. Then your right hand comes out to the side. You're going to turn your fingernails forward. You're going to bend your elbow and wiggle your hands up your back till you clasp your hands. Or you're going to drop the strap from your left hand into your right. Now push your head back into your forearm just like you've done a couple times already today and use that force feedback to sit up tall. And then if you want to fold, you certainly can. Yep. If you're in the fold, inhale, come up, unwind the arms, unwind the legs, spin back to all fours, and then we're going to swap side too. So left will go over the right, feet go apart, sit back between your heels. My knee is very happy to have you back for that. It's just like a little too much for my knee, like still. So now we want to do the bottom side first. So this time we're going to do the right side first. Backing out, then left sit bone, backing out, and you feel the left one get a little closer. If you need to do it twice or 3 times, do it twice or 3 times, and work yourself into that good position. And then wherever you want to play, so maybe you're sitting up and you're folding, we're all here in the back of the hip and down the back of the leg, side, all this. Gomukhasana would be right hand in front. We want the opposite elbow up than the knee. So the left knee's up, that means the right elbow has to be up. Then the left hand comes out to the side, the fingernails forward. So right here, we're not getting anything else out of this left shoulder, right? It's done. When we wiggle it up, this is done. There's no more range of motion. So the way to get your hands to clasp is to take this right shoulder blade and go back to the wall behind you. And as the shoulder blade goes back, that's when the hands are going to clasp a little bit easier. Easy? No, none of this shit's easy. It's all challenging. If you're folding, yep, go for your fold, wherever you want to extend the pose to. When you're ready, inhale, come up, unwind the arms, unwind the legs, all 4 hands and knees. Just reach the one leg back, open up the knee and the hip again. Lower it down, swap side 2. Lower it down. From all 4s, take a couple breaths. When you're ready, step back to plank. We got to welcome Trina back, right? So.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're showing off how much work y'all do, right? This is good. This is where it's at. This is the good shit right here. What is the easy shit getting you? Nothing. It's called plateauing, right? You keep doing the same thing over and over again, you're getting nowhere. We want to positively stress our body, right? It's how we get stronger. So, shoulders on top of wrist crease, and you're reaching out of your heels. That's the first setup. Don't be too long, because that's going to be hard. Now, push down. So push down into this side. The thumb and the pointer finger side of the hand. The fingertips and the knuckles. Stay out of the heel of your hand. Push into your feet. Feel your hips lifting up away from the mat. Feel your chest lifting up away from the mat. Knees count 100%. Pull the pelvic floor in. Pull the belly in. Pull the shutters closed. I was going for 60 seconds, but I feel like the gauntlet has been thrown on a minute and a half, and we're going for it because we're close. We're real close. Stay with it. Keep pushing down. Play with what feels good to you. These look awesome. They look beautiful. Upper backs nice and broad. Don't let those shoulder blades collapse to the midline. And lower to your bellies. And immediately lower to your bellies. Awesome, y'all. Take your hands underneath your head. Turn your head to one side. It all balances out, right? We rested a little bit, then we work hard, we'll rest a little bit. You could do butt wiggles or reverse windshield wipers if that feels good. Yep, and just go back to the breath. And then inhale your head to center, swap your hands. So if the right was on top, left goes on top, turn your head to the other side. Take a few breaths. Butt wiggles or reverse windshield wipers, how you feeling? And then inhale your head, come to neutral. Take your right hand underneath your chest, bend your left knee, reach back, grab your ankle, your foot, or your strap. Pull your belly buttons to your spine. Bring your pubic bones down into the yoga mat. So we're neutralizing our pelvis. We're not letting, remember, hips forward? We're not allowing that. We're on the floor, so it's a little bit different feeling. But that's what we're doing. We're keeping anterior pelvic tilt from dominating our experience here. Now as the belly draws to the spine, as the pubic bone roots down into the mat, or sit bones to the backs of your knees, however you want to think about it, pull the heel to your sit bone, and that quad stretch will start to get a little bit better. Watch the boing as you release. Swap the hands. Now in this left arm, in Cobra, right, we yank our hands back to us to try to pull our belly forward. Same thing here. Take the forearm and draw it back to your waist. It's going to pull your belly forward, so it's going to clear this whole low back area. That way when the belly button comes in and the pubic bone roots to the mat, this is clear here. The other way to make sure that you're clear in your lumbar is forehead to forearm, as compared to having your chest lifted a little bit. But remember where we said the quads were attached to? The hip bone at the front of the pelvis. So as we're pulling these, right, they're pulling the pelvis forward. See, once you get a little idea, a little handle, which is why I try to tell you all about that anatomy and how the body works. Once you get like the idea, you're like, I see what this machine is doing. I see where the misalignment wants to go, right? And then you can start tapping into that. The cues that we give y'all are never the things that go right. Right? The cues are always, where's the negative energy going? How do we keep that from happening? And then watch the boing. All right, toenails flat. Interlace your hands behind your back. Same thing. Belly button to spine, pubic bone to the mat. Now look forward as you lift your chest. Inhale, come up. We're going to go dynamic. Exhale, lower. Inhale, come up. Lift the chest. Reach the hands towards your heels. Exhale, lower. 3 more. Work that upper back. But stay belly in. Stay pubic bone to the mat. That's it. Nice pace. Stay with your breath. After your 5, you're going to release the hands. Take your hands underneath your head. Turn your head to the one side. Butt wiggles or reverse windshield wipers, whatever feels good. Okay, come to neutral. Take your hands behind your back. If your left pinky was under last time, right pinky gets a turn, so swap the hand hold the uncomfortable way. Charge the legs up. Work it through the core. When you're ready, look forward, lift the chest. Exhale, lower. Inhale, come up. Keep reaching the hands to your heels. Exhale, lower. We'll do the 5. Awesome, girl. After your 5, release the hands. When you take your hands under your head, swap your hands. If left hand was on top, right hand goes on top. Turn your head to the other side. Butt wiggles or reverse windshield wipers. Right, even here in the neck, we give each side a chance to rest, right? So we swap sides. You're going to have a dominant side. When you're walking down the street and someone calls your name, 10 out of 10 times you look over the same shoulder. You do not go, oh, well, last time I looked over my right, so this time I'm going to look over my left. That's not what happens. You have a favorite side, and that's the side you're going to twist to a little easier. And then come to neutral. Place your hands middle of the chest, so nipple line. Now take the shoulders back. Curl the toes. Charge the legs up. Fire the core. When you're ready, push up the chaturanga. Take a full round of breath. Knees count. Then push up the plank. Take a full round of breath. Then push back to downward dog. Take a few breaths. Nice, y'all. Little easier going down, but you see how to do it. Got to push, right? Push down to come up. That's root to rise. Ground force tension, however you want to think about it. The more you push down, the more you feel yourself lift up. Roll to the outside of the right foot, stack the left foot on top or in front, come into side plank. Turn the bicep forward. That's how we're going to root into the shoulder and into the upper back. We're going to integrate. Kapanjalasana hugs your left knee to your chest. You grab your ankle or your foot. Hug your knees in. Curl back, kind of like you're going to drop back into wilding, but you just don't drop back. Draw the hand into the foot. Now kick the foot into the hand. Release the leg. Inhale, come back to plank. Push back, downward dog. Take a breath. When you're ready, roll to the outside of the left foot. Stack the right foot on top or in front. Integrate into the upper back. So bicep to the front of the room. It's like we did before, right? External rotation. Then Kapinjalasana hugs the right knee to the chest. Grab the ankle or the foot. Hug the knees back together. Now curl back. Yeah, go back into that left arm. Keep leaning back into it like it's a kickstand. Yes. Release the leg. Awesome. Inhale, come back to plank. Push back, downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. Stay with your breath. You get back to downward dog, look forward. Bend your knees. Step or jump between your hands. Swing your arms up. Take a nice big reach. Charge those legs. Work the core. Maybe curl back a little bit. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands in front. Awesome, y'all. Grab your mats. Find a spot on the wall. We'll go upside down. If you're at home, you don't have the wall to kick up on, you can always lay on your mat. Bend your knees, interlace your hands behind your thigh, take a bunch of breaths as the leg reaches up to the sky, and then you can swap. If you're at home or in the studio, it's not your day to invert. You're always welcome to go legs up the wall or do a pose that feels good to you, okay? Trina's gonna be walking around, so if you have any questions for her, grab her with any questions for your inversions. I'll talk everyone through downward dog and L pose. Those of you that want to play with headstand, handstand, tripod, pincha will be accessible for a lot of you. Go for it, okay? And then if you have questions on those, grab us as we're coming around. All right? See you later. So if you're going to stick with me, let's go all fours, hands and knees, feet are touching the wall. If you're going to go on your own, whenever you're ready, okay? Now from the all fours, take a couple breaths. Start to build up that low mountain where we started today, right? Lots of power here. When you're ready, lift the knees and the hips, come to a short downward dog. When you're ready, step one foot up the wall and then the second foot up the wall. If your knees are bent, you're in downward dog inverted. If your legs are straight, you're in L pose. Try to get your thighs parallel to the floor in your L poses. Feel how you're in plank? Yes. So sit at the wall and take your legs out straight this way.
Straight this way?
Yeah, like sit at the wall, with butt on the wall. Yep, legs out straight. Move all the way back so your butt's touching. Okay, now where your heels are is where you're going to put the heels of your hands.
Okay.
So now spin back around. This is how we can measure it out.
Thank you very much. All right.
All right, now, when you step up, yep, a little lower than that. Yeah, now, when you're ready, push. There, now lift your hips up. You okay with the touch? We want to go this way, up this way. Okay, got you. Yeah, push your hands that way, forward, and it's going to bring you this way.
All right.
Yep. You okay here?
Yep.
Now bring your chest to the wall.
Ooh.
That,
Yep. All right.
yes.
Thank you.
Awesome. Feel how it made the L? Yeah. A little harder. Well, actually, the plank is really hard in the arms. I think the L pose in the downward dog, you feel a little more through the shoulders and the upper back and that kind of shit. But yeah, but that plank is like muscling. Yeah. You're welcome. Play around. We'll be here for at least another minute or so. So take your time. Try a couple things. If you have any questions, grab us. All right, check this out. If I put my hands here at this line, right, and my elbows go out to the side. So now the space is from here to here, right? If I go here, now the space is from here to here that I can balance. So bring your elbows in this way so they line up with the outside of your shoulders. They were going this way and it wasn't giving you anywhere to balance. It was making the balance real like wonky. Just come in here a little more, plug, and then kick up from there. You got the energy? Go for it. Yeah, you keep hugging your elbows into each other. Yes. Now try to go from there. Yes. Feel the difference a little bit? Like, it should feel like there's more power, but it should feel like the balance has a more space to catch itself. As compared to shorter, right, would make it a little more like quick. It'd be like, oh shit, I'm falling. So if you're about to kick up, go for it. If you're inverted out, we'll meet on our backs. Now exhale when you kick. Yes. That was awesome. Yeah. How'd that one feel? That was nice. It was even a nice float up too. Yeah, it was nice. Yes, right there behind the hand sanitizer. Yes, you're welcome. All right, let's meet on our backs. We'll do some back bends. Pretty fiery class, so we'll stick classic here with some bridge and some wheel, okay? Supported bridge, always on tap. So if you want to put the block at the sacrum like Trina's setting up right now, that's a nice place to be. If you want to work bridge to wheel, the first one I'll talk you into bridge, and then the second one I'll talk you into wheel. So feel free to do supported bridge the whole time, 2 wheels, 2 bridges, whatever you want to play with, all right? So let's start, knees are bent, feet are on the floor. Head and shoulders are back, sacrum is flat. Remember anterior pelvic tilt, your belly in this instance wants to go to the sky. So pull your belly button to your spine and feel your sacrum. This is your sacrum right here. It's this solid part on the back of your pelvis. Feel this root. This is your sacrum, this is your lumbar spine. They're 2 different things. If you tried to take your hand and squeeze it under your sacrum, you cannot get there. But if you tried to take your fingertips under your lumbar spine, you should just be able to squeeze your fingertips under your lumbar. There's the littlest of space there. Now charge the legs up. So how do you do that? You push down in your heels, you sweep your inner heels out, you hug your shins in, you pull your heels to your butt. Pull the pelvic floor in, pull the belly in, pull the shutters closed. And as the head and the throat is back, slowly lift the hips, come to bridge. Remember before I said to you, oh, you're pretty strong, so be careful not to overlift. You don't want to lift the hips to the sky and bring the thighs forward. If you feel your knees splaying out to the side, your hips are up too high. You're not rooting the thighs back. Now the action to rooting the thighs back is internal rotation, so inner thighs in and down. If you were squeezing a block between your thighs, you'd be pushing it to the floor, not just adducting into the middle. Internal rotation. Now push your feet down and forward a little bit. You're going to feel the back bend happen right underneath the shoulder blades. One more breath. Now control it as you lower down. See if you get your sacrum to land flat. Then take the feet wide, let the knees touch. One hand on your heart and one hand on your low belly. Awesome, yo. Now on this second one, I'll first bring you up into bridge and then wheel, but play wherever feels good to you. All right, inhale, open the knees, reset the feet, bring the arms along the sides. Charge the legs up. Head and shoulders back, sacrum flat. Slowly lift the hips. Come to bridge. Interlace your hands behind your back if you're doing that flavor. We've done that today, all right? Whatever you want to play with. Wheel. Place your hands wide to the edges of your mat and turn your hands out. They're going to try to do this, in, and then the shoulders are pulling out. Take the hands out. The elbows are going to come in line with the outside of your shoulders. Now plug those shoulders in and then push down to come up. If you need more curve, more length here, lift the heels up. The longer the curve, the easier, the more accessible it is. Maybe pump your heart towards the wall that you're looking at and feel the arms keep sliding deeper onto your back. One more breath. Stay engaged as you lower down. Take the feet wide. Let the knees touch. If your right hand was on your heart, left hand on your heart, opposite hand on your low belly. And then from here, windshield wiper the knees side to side. When you balance both sides out, come to neutral, hug the knees into your chest, give yourself a little hug, or make a couple small circles there in your low back or on that sacrum, should feel nice. When you balance the sides out, come to neutral. Rock yourself up to a seated position. Take your right leg out straight, bend your left knee. Take your left hand behind you and your right bent elbow to the outside of the up knee. Now take this left hand and push it behind you so you sit up nice and tall. Twist to the up knee side, unless you need to twist to the open side. Keep hugging the big toe mount in on that right foot so the toes and the kneecap are pointing straight up to the sky. They want to do this. Remember, this is one of our misalignments. Wants to fall out. So we got to hug into that big toe mount. Keep feeling the lift in the spine on the inhale and then the twist in the spine on the exhale. One more breath. Inhale, come back to center. Swap the legs. If I need to, because this is how my leg wants to settle, I reach down, I grab the sit bone, I pull it back and out, and I turn the thigh in a little bit. There's the kneecap and the toes pointing straight up to the sky. And then my right hand goes behind, left hand, bend elbow to the outside of the knee, push the hand back so that you sit up tall, twist to the up knee. Keep that right shoulder rooting back. Nice, y'all. One more breath. Inhale, come back to center. Take the leg out straight, lay flat back. Reach the arms up overhead. Take a nice big stretch here. Reach. Spread the fingers, spread the toes. Feel all that space that we make. Hug your knees to your chest. With your knee bent, lower your left foot to the floor. Interlace your hands behind your right thigh. Reach the heel to the sky. Now you can stay here. You're opening up the back of the leg here. You can feel hamstrings. We want to get into TFL, the outside of the hip. You're going to bend that right knee. Your left hand is going to go to the pinky toe side of the foot. You're going to kick the heel back up to the sky. Keeping the right hip down, you're going to take the leg to the left just a little bit, like cross the midline. And you'll be here on the outside of the hip and into the IT band. If you're not a TFL IT band type person, you tend to feel it here on the outside of your calf, your shin here, from knee to ankle bone. But keep that right hip down. We kind of did the same thing with the arm before, remember? When our shoulder stretch we did, plugging the arm in, it's very similar. We're just doing it to the leg. And then inhale, come up, bend the knee, release the foot. Lower that bent knee to the floor, that foot of the bent knee to the floor, hug the left knee in. Interlace the hands behind the thigh, swap the handhold, reach the heel to the sky. Little external rotation here. So since your hand's on your thigh, right, you can spin a little external rotation to your thigh. You can like sweep your heel, but I've told y'all in the past, there's two joints there, right? You're trying to move the femur, your thigh bone. So yes, does sweeping the heel in kind of create that? It does, but really you want to feel that happen in the upper thigh. And then if you want to stay here, stay here. If you're going to bend the knee, the right hand goes to the pinky toe side of the foot, or use your strap for some more space. Kick the foot up to the sky. Keep the left hip down. Let the legs start to settle to the right, and you shouldn't have to go much more than just across your midline. Yep. Could even take your left thumb into like the crease of the hip, and you're going to push the thigh forward. You feel the thigh move away from the ribs. That's what we want. And then bend the knee, release the foot, lower it down, take the legs out straight, reach the arms up overhead, take a big stretch. Big reach. Spread the fingers and the toes. Reach the arms and the legs. And when you're ready, hug your knees to your chest. Come to Happy Baby, Ananda Balasana. In Happy Baby, knees are wide. They're wider than your shoulders. Sacrum is flat. In this instance, that the pose goes too far, you're going to roll to your lumbar. That's going to be too far. You want the sit bones to be reaching back down to the yoga mat, not going up to the sky. And then with the knees wider than your shoulders, start to draw the knees towards your ears. And then there's this stretch on the inside of the thighs and the back of the hip. If you want to go to the back of the leg again, you can reach the one leg out or the both legs out. If you want to rock side to side or whatever feels good to you. And when you're ready, inhale your knees to center, exhale your legs out straight. We'll take Shavasana. Beautiful practice, crew. Feel free to add or remove layers or props. I'm going to talk everyone through laying flat, but you're more than welcome to do a variation that feels good to you. And here as we lay back, let the legs stretch out. The feet gently roll open. Let the arms come along the sides. And as you feel the palms turn to the sky, notice the shoulders settling back. Let your head rest back. Maybe your eyes close. The tongue softens from the roof of the mouth. We let the body get heavy. We let the mind turn back to the breath. Each exhale clearing and removing, making space. And each inhale drawing in something new, the change. And the heart opens as it gets ready to move the practice from the mat into the yoga of life, the practice of life. And begin here to draw in a deeper breath. Feeling the breath as it washes over the body. Your toes, your fingers, the crown of your head, through your heart, as we reawaken that better version of ourselves. The fingers and the toes begin to wiggle. Maybe the arms and the legs begin to stretch or reach or move in a way that feels good to you. Taking your time, moving slowly, moving consciously. When you're ready, you can hug your knees to your chest and just roll to the right side. Take a breath or two here. And when you're ready, you can push your hands down, come up to a seated position. We'll meet together with our eyes closed, with our hands in front of our hearts. One more time to seal in our practice, our time together. The sound of Om. All together, deep breath in. Beautiful. As we softly bow our head to our heart, our head to each other's hearts. For all of that hard work and that determination, that challenge, the love and the support you always give each other, it's to you that I bow. Namaste. Thanks, crew. Good to see everyone. Any questions or anything for us? Something feels weird, get us before you go. Maybe I'll see some of y'all next week. If not, I'll see you soon. Thanks, crew. Home crew, you know if you need me, hit me up.